What if I told you that over 2,500 years ago, a man saw the future of the entire world in a single night? Not just vague predictions. Not fortune-telling nonsense. I'm talking about specific details, names, dates, empires rising and falling exactly as he described them, centuries before they happened. This is the story of Daniel's vision of the four beasts. And if the first three beasts have already come true with terrifying accuracy, what does that mean for the fourth beast? The one that's still coming? Buckle up. Because what you're about to discover will change the way you see history, prophecy, and the world we're living in right now. Picture this, Babylon. 553 BC. A Jewish exile named Daniel, torn from his homeland as a teenager, forced to serve in a foreign court, has a dream that shakes him to his core. He sees four grotesque beasts rising from a churning sea. Each one is more terrifying than the last. Each one represents a world empire that would shape the destiny of humanity. But here's what makes this vision different from every other apocalyptic dream you've ever heard about. It came true, down to the smallest detail. Now, the Great Sea Daniel saw? That's not just water. It represents the chaos of humanity, nations clashing, empires rising and falling, the endless storm of human ambition and violence. And those four winds stirring up the sea? That's God himself, orchestrating history, moving the pieces on the chessboard. Nothing, and I mean nothing, happens by accident. This isn't speculation. This is history written before it happened. So here's what we're about to do. We're going to walk through each of these four beasts, one by one. And I'm going to show you how Daniel predicted, with surgical precision, the rise of Babylon, the conquest of Medo-Persia, the lightning-fast campaigns of Alexander the Great, and the crushing iron fist of Rome. But here's where it gets really interesting. The fourth beast? It's only partially fulfilled. Daniel saw something that extends beyond ancient Rome, beyond anything we've seen yet. He saw a final world power, a confederation of nations, and a ruler who will stand against God himself. The prophecy isn't over. The fourth beast is still coming. Let's dive in. The first beast Daniel sees is a lion. But not just any lion. This lion has wings, massive eagle wings, and it's absolutely majestic. Listen to what Daniel wrote. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I watched till its wings were plucked off, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand on 2 feet like a man, and a man's heart was given to it. This is Babylon, the Golden Empire, the superpower of Daniel's day. Under King Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon reached heights of wealth, power, and glory that seemed unshakable. They built the Hanging Gardens, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Their capital was a fortress city that couldn't be conquered. And yet, Daniel saw its fall before it happened. Why a lion? Because Babylon worshipped lions. You can still see them today, carved into the walls of the Ishtar Gate. Blue glazed tiles, golden manes, fierce and powerful. The lion was Babylon's symbol, their national identity. The prophet Jeremiah even called Nebuchadnezzar a lion coming up from his thicket. This wasn't a random image. This was intentional. Now the eagle wings? That's about speed. Nebuchadnezzar's armies moved like lightning. When they came for a nation, there was no warning, no time to prepare. They swept across the Near East like a storm, conquering Egypt, Syria, Judah, Phoenicia, unstoppable. But here's the thing about speed and power, they don't last forever. Watch what happens next in Daniel's vision. The wings are plucked off, torn away. The lion is lifted up and forced to stand on 2 human feet. And then, this is critical, a human heart is given to it. What does that mean? It means the divine authority was stripped away. The invincible empire became fragile, mortal. Just another kingdom ruled by just another man. And we know exactly when this happened. Daniel chapter 4 records the moment King Nebuchadnezzar lost his mind. For 7 years he lived like a wild animal, eating grass, his hair growing like eagle feathers, his nails like bird claws, until he finally acknowledged that God is the one who rules over the kingdoms of men. The wings were plucked. The king was humbled. The empire began its slow descent into weakness. This isn't mythology. This is history. Here's the brutal truth about the first beast. No matter how powerful an empire becomes, no matter how eternal it seems, God's sovereignty is absolute. Babylon, the golden head of empires, the kingdom that seemed invincible, fell. Today it's nothing but ruins in the Iraqi desert. A ghost of what it once was. Every empire rises. Every empire falls. Babylon, Rome, the British Empire, the Soviet Union, every single one. But God's kingdom? That's the one that lasts forever. Remember that. Because we're going to see it again and again with every beast Daniel describes. The second beast is unsettling. It's a bear. But not a normal bear. This bear is lopsided, raised up on one side, and it has 3 ribs dangling from its mouth. Daniel writes, "And suddenly another beast, a second like a bear. It was raised up on one side and had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And they said thus to it, Arise, devour much flesh." This is the Medo-Persian Empire, the Silver Kingdom that conquered Babylon in 539 BC. And once again, every single detail Daniel describes is historically precise. How precise? Let me show you. The bear is raised up on one side. What? Because the Medo-Persian Empire was actually a coalition of 2 peoples, the Medes and the Persians. The Medes came first. They were the original power. But then Cyrus the Great, a Persian, rose to dominance and basically took over. The Persian side became stronger, more influential, more powerful than the Median side. That's why the bear is lopsided. One side is raised higher than the other. The Persians dominated the Medes. And those 3 ribs in its mouth? Those are 3 major kingdoms that Medo-Persia devoured. Lydia to the west, Babylon in the center, and Egypt to the south. 3 massive powers. 3 ribs. Crunched between the teeth of the bear. The prophecy even says, "Arise, devour much flesh." And that's exactly what they did. Now that phrase, devour much flesh, that's not just poetic language. The Persian Empire was brutal. They didn't just conquer cities, they annihilated them. They didn't just defeat armies, they massacred populations. The bear is a perfect symbol for their approach. Powerful, relentless, savage. But here's what blows my mind. Daniel was alive when this prophecy started to unfold. He witnessed the fall of Babylon. He served under the Persian kings Darius and Cyrus. He saw it with his own eyes. This wasn't a distant future prediction. This was a prophecy being fulfilled in real time, right in front of him. Think about that. If Daniel saw these prophecies come true in his own lifetime with perfect accuracy, what does that tell us about the prophecies that are still waiting to be fulfilled? It means they're coming. And they'll be just as precise. Now we come to the third beast. And this one? This one is spectacular. It's a leopard. But it's not just a leopard. It has 4 wings on its back and 4 heads. Daniel writes, "After this I looked, and there was another, like a leopard, which had on its back 4 wings of a bird. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it." This is the Greek Empire. Alexander the Great. And the symbolism here is so perfect, it's almost eerie. Let me break it down. First, the 4 wings. Remember, the lion had 2 wings, representing Babylon's swift conquest. But the leopard has 4 wings. Double the speed. What? Because Alexander the Great conquered faster than any military commander in human history. In just 10 years, from 334 to 323 BC, Alexander took down the entire Persian Empire. An empire that had taken centuries to build. He marched from Greece to Egypt, through Persia all the way to India. His army moved so fast, his enemies didn't even have time to prepare. No one in history had ever moved that fast. No one had ever conquered that much in such a short time. 4 wings. Lightning speed. Prophetically perfect. But here's where the prophecy becomes brilliant. Why does the leopard have 4 heads? What's the significance? Because in 323 BC, Alexander the Great died suddenly at the age of 32. Fever. Poison. We're still not sure. But here's what we do know. His empire didn't pass to a single heir. Instead, after years of brutal civil war, his vast kingdom was divided among his 4 leading generals, the Diadochi. Cassander took Greece and Macedonia. Lysimachus controlled Thrace and Asia Minor. Ptolemy seized Egypt and founded a dynasty that lasted until Cleopatra. Seleucus ruled Syria and the eastern territories. For generals, 4 kingdoms, 4 heads. Daniel predicted this division over 200 years before Alexander was even born. Let that sink in. And now, we come to the 4th beast. This is where the vision becomes terrifying. Listen to Daniel's words. "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. It had huge iron teeth. It was devouring, breaking in pieces, and trampling the residue with its feet. It was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Notice, Daniel doesn't even compare it to an animal. It's not like a lion or a bear or a leopard. It's just different, monstrous, unnatural. This is Rome. And more than Rome, this is the final form of world government that will emerge in the last days. Those iron teeth are the key. Remember Daniel chapter 2? Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the great statue? The fourth kingdom was made of iron, legs of iron, representing a kingdom that would crush and break all others. That's Rome. Rome wasn't just powerful. Rome was inevitable. Their legions were unstoppable. Their roads connected 3 continents. Their governance, their law, their language, they absorbed everything. Romanized everything. Crushed everything. The iron teeth perfectly capture Rome's brutal, all-consuming power. They didn't just conquer territories, they broke them, reshaped them, made them part of the machine. And here's the thing, Rome never really fell. It fractured. It transformed. But its influence? Still here. In our legal systems. In our languages. In Western civilization itself. Rome's ghost is still walking. But now we transition from history into prophecy. Prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled yet. Daniel sees 10 horns on this beast. And later, an angel explains, these 10 horns represent 10 kings who will arise from this fourth kingdom. We've seen Rome rise. We've seen it split, Western Empire, Eastern Empire. We've seen it collapse and morph and influence every European power that came after. But what are these 10 horns? This is the future. A final confederation. 10 kings or nations that will emerge from the territory of the old Roman Empire. Europe. The Mediterranean. The Middle East. We're watching the stage being set right now. The European Union. NATO. Middle Eastern coalitions. The pieces are moving into place. A revived Roman Empire. That's what's coming. But the vision doesn't end there. Daniel watches as another horn, a little horn, emerges among the 10. And this little horn is different. It has eyes like a man's, a mouth speaking great things. And as Daniel watches, this little horn uproots 3 of the other horns. This is the Antichrist, the final world ruler. Daniel 7 verse 25 tells us this little horn will speak pompous words against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and law. This is a ruler of supreme intelligence. Those eyes represent cunning, insight, brilliance. And he's a blasphemer, speaking great things against God himself. He will dominate the final world government. He'll push aside 3 of the 10 kings. He'll wage war against God's people. This is the same figure described in Revelation 13 as the beast. The same one Paul calls the man of sin in 2 Thessalonians 2. The climax of human rebellion against God. And he's coming. But here's the glorious turn. Just when it seems the little horn is unstoppable, when evil seems to have won, Daniel sees something that changes everything. I watched till thrones were put in place and the Ancient of Days was seated. His garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure wool. His throne was a fiery flame, its wheels a burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. 1,000 thousands ministered to him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The court was seated and the books were opened. This is God himself, the Ancient of Days, taking his seat in the courtroom of eternity. And every human kingdom, no matter how powerful, no matter how terrifying, will stand before this throne. The fourth beast? The little horn? Destroyed. Thrown into the fire. All human kingdoms end. But God's kingdom? Eternal. And then Daniel sees the ultimate king. I was watching in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds of heaven. He came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. Then to him was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom the one which shall not be destroyed. This is Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. Over 500 years before Jesus was born, Daniel saw him receiving the eternal kingdom. Babylon fell. Persia fell. Greece fell. Rome fell. Every beast we've discussed, every empire, every tyrant, every world power fell. But the kingdom given to the Son of Man? It lasts forever. That's the promise. That's the hope. That's the guarantee. Christ's victory over human tyranny is certain. So let's bring it all together. The first 3 beasts, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, have come and gone exactly as Daniel predicted. History has confirmed every single detail with stunning accuracy. The fourth beast represents Rome and a final world government that's still coming, led by the Antichrist, the little horn, the final rebellion. But no matter how dark it gets, no matter how powerful evil seems, the end is already written. The Son of Man receives the kingdom. His reign has no end. Now here's my question for you. Who is the little horn? Is he alive today? Are we watching the stage being set right now for the fulfillment of these prophecies? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And if this breakdown opens your eyes to something you've never seen before, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because next time, we're diving into one of the most mathematically precise prophecies in the entire Bible. Daniel's 70 weeks. Trust me, you do not want to miss that. I'll see you in the next one.